Right, well there's my trailer. So this video's a VR to stonybrokebushcraf, who's asked to show people to show their favourite bit of either modified or sort of homemade bit of kit. It's a little refresh there. It's not bushcrafty, but that's homemade. And this I can use for camping, wild camping, stealth camping, portable. Seen it recently in other videos. Great bit of kit. Right, now we're going to get all my bags, take them inside, and we'll do it in the house. Right, so firstly, now we're inside of all this crap. Congratulations, stonybrokebushcraf. Well done, mate, on your 1,000 subs. Stony was lucky enough to win my 500 sub giveaway, and hopefully he's getting some use out of the prizes he obtained from me. Right. We'll go into my most recent bit of kit, because this video might go on a bit. It's my homemade gasifier stove. I love my homemade hobo stove, but this thing's so much better. Even made the pot stand for it. So I brought the kit in because I've been trying to get it in for the past few nights to swap this over with the hobo stove. Try not to handle it too much because it's a wee bit manky. Favourite bit of kit, I use loads. Haven't been out with it yet, but I've used it loads in the garden. Any excuse I'm out there burning stuff. I love it. We'll put it next to the coffee that I always have while making a video. So that's my first bit of kit that I love using. That's homemade. Now on this rocket pouch that goes on the side of my Bergen is my other favourite bit of modified homemade bit of kit. I love this. I can't remember the dimensions, but it's one big massive tarp folded over. I've made it into I think it's 9 foot long by about 5 foot wide, I think it was, and it's double skinned. My hammock, fantastic to sleep in, sit in. I can curl up, stretch up, wrap it around me, open it up, get inside it. It's in there with all my well, not tree huggers, but the equivalent. I don't really want to get it out because it's huge, but it would be smaller, but I didn't cut off the excess material that I didn't use. It's all folded over. I don't use that bit, but I literally just pinched up. I think I've got a video on it. Both sides of the rectangle sheet. Folded it over. Got 5 loops there, or 4 loops there, and I think about 10 going around, so it doesn't slip. Same on both ends, and it's green, but that'll be getting changed soon. I was going to buy a bit of fabric and make like a Mark II. That was just my prototype. So my hammock, fantastic bit of kit. Don't know if it's homemade or modified tarp. But that's so comfy. Right, what else we got? Right, in this bag, I got off Funky the Prepper. If you're watching this, Darren, thank you very much. Still love this bag. There's my basher. There we go, there's my homemade hobo stove. Modified utensil holder. Turn around. All I've done is cut a little square hole out of it. The first one I had, I cut a rectangle out of it. And I think the bigger hole was better, but I can keep all my stuff in there, firelighting stuff and meths and that. And of course I can burn twigs in there, but that's coming out my kit tonight and being replaced with the new one. But in here, with the pot stands, modified tent pegs, is my homemade meth stove, pop can stove, beer can stove, whatever they're called. Yeah, the reason that's the second one I made. The first one I made was given away when I went camping, and I've made loads of these, and also gave these away when I went camping once. I gave about 3 of them away. This is the first one I made, and it's been in my bag and used a lot for well over a year now. Well over a year, maybe 2 years, and it's still going strong. 16 little holes, Full, it goes for 15 minutes. I fill it, so 15-minute burn time. I love that bit of kit, and I use that every opportunity I get. A lot of places I go, sometimes not bushcraft related. Instead of taking a flask, I'll take that and I'll make a coffee. I made a coffee a few times on this with my BCB cup at a repeater station where I could have just took a flask, but I love it. Love using it so much. Like I said, every opportunity I'll whip it out and use it. Right, a lot of my stuff is homemade or modified. Oh, we'll go on to these because I love these. Always mention these in my video. On a night out, glow sticks, battery bonds. Love them because instead of using them for half an hour and then chucking them away, I get to use these for about 18 hours and just buy new batteries. So it's probably cheaper in the long run. But I modified one. I put black tape down it so the light doesn't reflect back into you. So you can hold it with a black bit towards you and it illuminates in front of you instead of the usual 360 degree. And obviously at night time everything seems 10 times brighter. So you can read and so on with this and illuminate just an area without the light shining back in your face. Very simple mod. So there's a modified bit of kit that I love using. I always use this one. Very, very rarely use the red one because I just prefer the blue because it's been modified. And also modified garden light. The garden solar light. This one's crap. It's got, I think, 3 of those little watch batteries. I prefer the one with AA or AAA batteries. Get a bit more life out of them. But it was like a 5 on Fleabay. And I modified it because it's perfect for wild camping, stealth camping. Just enough light to light up the area you're sort of sitting in without damaging your night vision, and also you don't have to worry about it being seen for miles. It's not bright, so pretty much once you start walking away from camp you can't really see it, but it's ample. And I modified this, if I can get the lid off it. There we go. I've covered the lid in tin foil to help reflect the light. I've covered 180 degrees of it, the back part of it, in tin foil, again to reflect the light. I don't want a 360 degree light. And the spike that sticks out the bottom into the ground, I've turned that upside down so it spikes upwards and cover that in tin foil. Probably doesn't make a difference, but by modifying it I can make it directional, which is what I want really. I can put it on the basher or on the side of the tent and it will illuminate forward of itself. I think I get about 6 or 7 hours out of that. So modification hasn't improved the performance, it's just made it directional, but it just saves buying candles or using filters on torches. On a torch on low power, you still might want to use a red filter or a green filter just to tone the light down a little bit because it's too bright, but that's perfect. So that's been modified, that's homemade. We'll call that modified because I just cut a hole in it, and that was homemade. It's just 2 cans of Coke, I think that was. And final, my last bit of kit, which is homemade or modified, you can judge it. Paper coffee filters, there's 4 in there. I bought a box of like 200 for £4, so I'll never run out. Well, not for a while. Aluminium bottle, 750 mils or whatever it is, not quite a litre. Chopped it in half and turned the lid part upside down and put it inside as the bottleneck. Obviously remove the lid. But what I'd done was I froze the lid in the freezer for a few hours and then heated up the bottom part of the bottle for a couple of hours, well, about 40 minutes in the oven, just to help it expand and compress and it fits in there nice and snug. Drilled a few holes at the bottom. If you haven't gathered yet what it is, I put the paper filters inside here. Instead of coffee, I can put pond water, stream water, set it in a mess tin or whatever, and pour the dirty water into the paper filter, and then clean water comes out ready for a rolling boil. So that's sort of if you could call it homemade or modified, was an aluminium bottle. Again, it weighs nothing, no weight to it at all. Super strong. I mean, I can stand on that. I'm never going to damage it. It can get knocked about all it likes, which is why I like it, along with the hobo stove and the mess stove. They do take a beating, and that's what we want our kit to do. Again, no room in storage, because once it's in a pouch, I can put stuff in it. I've normally got a candle in there, but I think I've took all the candles out now. Yeah, all the candles are out on my desk in the garage, because I just use the solar light now, and next time I go out I'll be taking that portable solar pack with me. So there's my homemade and modified items. Got a hobo stove, as everyone's seen before. Been using that for quite some time. Great bit of kit. The mess stove, fantastic kit. Brilliant. I mean, you know, it was about £7 to buy the branded version. We just make one. My hammock, which is so comfortable. Water purification, filtration system, sorry. My modified glow stick, my modified garden light, and my homemade gasifier wood stove, gasifying wood stove thing. So yeah, I know the video was for one bit that you really like using, but I really like using the blue glow stick because it's slightly modified. I really like using this because it's free energy. Once I've bought the thing, you know, £5 on this or £5 off candles, which one's gonna last the longest? Eventually I will run out of candles. And that, which I haven't used out on the field yet, but it's been used in the garden plenty of times. Hammock's been used once or twice, and stoves have been used hundreds of times. So yeah, I know the video response, the VR was for an item that you've modified or made that you like using, but a lot of my kit is homemade or modified, and I really enjoy using all the kit. If I didn't enjoy using it, I wouldn't have it. Like, I enjoy my basher, obviously I need that. But yeah, obviously you're not going to carry stuff you don't like or you don't use. But let's see if we can get a snapshot of everything modified together. And that's it there, apart from the hammock. Top left, pop can stove. Middle, solar light. To the right, I've got a gasifier stove. Then the hobo stove in the dead center. And the bottom left is the modified battery glow stick. So there's the items there. And of course I love the hammock. And also I did actually modify my Czech Army bedroll. I've just put in a foil blanket between the bivvy bag and the wool blanket, and I took out the cotton sheet and replaced that with a fleece sleeping bag liner, hooded. So that's modified, but I love that Czech Army bedroll. Oh yes. Right, thanks for watching YouTube. Get over there and check out Stony Broke Bushcraft's channel, and please like, subscribe, my videos, his videos, and yeah, be safe. Catch you soon.